You've probably seen these symbols before. If not, you can go back and watch our other videos, but here's a quick crash course. We believe the Bible tells the true story of the whole world, from creation to restoration. In the beginning, God came down and formed mankind with his own hands, breathed his spirit into them, and called them to be his representatives, caring for the rest of creation. But the humans rebelled against God's ways and tried to make a name for themselves apart from God. God didn't give up on them, though. He made a promise to bring rescue and healing to the world and set aside a particular people as his representatives to bring this promise through. So, God came down once again, this time in the form of humanity. Jesus was born by the Spirit, lived as the perfect human, experienced suffering, pain, and even death as a human, and went into the grave. But he rose back to life in the power of the Spirit and lives forever. He has gone to prepare a home for those who follow him, when one day God will come down once again and heaven and earth will be reunited as one. All things will be fully restored. In the meantime, he gave his Spirit to his followers and called them to join his mission of bringing good news, hope, healing, and restoration to the world. This is the part of the story we live in. Each of us has a story within it too. You have a story that fits into the pages of the larger true story. Often, when we're asked to tell our story, or to talk about our lives, our families, what we do, our background, we tell it as if it's a standalone story, a one-off, separate from the larger narrative found in the scriptures. Yet, telling our story to someone is one of the greatest opportunities we have to point people to the good news found in the larger story we all live in. How can you tell your story this way? Well, not surprisingly, each of our own stories follows the same patterns of the larger story. You have an origin to your story, a starting point. At the beginning of your life, there was potential and purpose, hopes for who you would be and what you might accomplish. Yet, and for some more quickly than others, the reality of brokenness became very evident in your story. Some may have childhood traumas, some may have stories of your own failures, or how the things that you always wanted and worked to pursue failed you. This brought you on a journey to look for hope, to find something that would bring purpose and fulfillment to your life, to restore what you or the world had broken in your life. This is the part of your own story where you get to introduce people to Jesus and his story. He is the hero of the larger, true story, and he is also the hero of your personal story. Now, you get to live out this part of your story empowered by Jesus' teachings and his Spirit. Your story makes it clear that you don't do this perfectly, and that brokenness still exists. But your story also gets to paint an imperfect picture of the hope every one of us is longing for in our own stories. It shows us a preview of the fullness of hope to come. And your story can show the anticipation of our stories being made whole again. The true story of the world is not about you. It is about Jesus. But your own story is a part of the true story. You are not a standalone story, and your story matters.